I wanted to ask, and I wanted to run through, because we certainly have been having I don't know. Firstly, how have you felt about this whole situation? You've been pretty calm about it from the beginning.
One of us has to be. It's been all right. It's obviously frustrating that we can't go out and do the stuff that we want to do. We just bought a car about a week before lockdown started, and the car actually got delayed, so we didn't have the car till after lockdown was in place. So that was frustrating. We haven't been able to make the most of that and get out and about and see parts of the state that we wouldn't normally have been able to see. But work-wise, it's been fine. We're fortunate that we both are able to still work and work remotely, which has been really lucky. No concerns about having to risk the MTA or the subway, or rushing in and out of a cramped office or anything like that. So it's been fortunate that we're able to still work from home. And it's been nice to have more time together and with the animals as well.
Yeah. Actually, we've been faring all right.
I'd say so, yeah.
Oh, I think we've been doing really well. We don't tend to run our relationship on arguing, really, do we? We have a few debates here and there, but overall we're pretty calm in the way that we deal with things, and we've just kind of got on with this. I know that we like to have our alone time in different ways. I mean, I enjoy reading a book, or I've really got into Netflix over the past week or so. At the start of lockdown, I was just like, I have to work, I have to do this, I have to achieve all of this. And then recently, it's got to the point where I actually feel like, well, if everybody else is relaxing, I can relax a bit too.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have more, or I definitely have more spare time with less of a commute, which is nice, or no commute, which is nice. So it's trying to make the most of that, not by just feeling like I have to work in those hours, but by working out or having a bit of relaxation time. But yeah, we definitely have been probably taking it better than lots of other people.
Yeah, that's for sure. And not really thinking about it. I think one of the big things that we've been fortunate with being in New York, which I don't think people have had in the UK, is that things are still open, just in different capacity. For example, the pub is still open, the smaller shops are still open. Yeah, you can't just go in there whenever you want to go in there. For example, if you want wine or liquor, you have to place the order before you go down there and collect it. The pub is open through a tiny square window out the back, although over the last week that's opened up, but you can pick up in whatever containers you've got and they fill that up for you if you need to. And that's also a really good place to see people that you know from within the neighbourhood and say hi. And I think you get that from the coffee shop as well. Well, we both do.
Yeah, saying hi, but from a distance, obviously not getting too close. No. But it is nice to see faces again and not feel like you can only stay in your apartment, especially being in New York or one of the big cities where you don't tend to have outdoor space, or you don't tend to have too much space anyway. We're quite fortunate here, but it's definitely nicer to get outside, and that's why taking Summer out in the morning to the park's been great.
But that got earlier because it got so busy down there.
Yeah, definitely.
In the heat, when we do have hot days, as I said, today it's not hot at all, it's really wet, so we're in. But on hot days, we go out earlier so that we can avoid majority of people. But we do have to wear face masks when we go out, so I find that really awkward. How have you been finding the face masks?
I feel used to it now. It was strange to start with. And we didn't have masks to start with, did we? We used snoods or scarves or something else to cover our faces. We're a bit hesitant to go out and buy them, knowing that other people, particularly the hospital workers, there's a hospital right next to us, needed them probably more than we did. So we tried to get by with our homemade ones, which has been fine.
Yeah.
But it just feels normal now, although we did almost forget them the other day. Which was almost a disaster.
Almost a disaster. We try and make sure we pick them up and they're in the eyesight. We keep them washed and we keep them clean. And that for us has been... That is part of this horrendous new word that everybody's using, new normal. Right? I don't know, do you get annoyed by that word? I find it frustrating.
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I hadn't really thought about it like that. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a new normal, it's just the current situation. We don't know how long it's going to go on for, but it definitely doesn't feel like it's definitely not putting us too far out considering what the risks are and how bad it could be.
We're not wearing gloves though, because we don't have them. I don't know where you'd get hold of gloves to wear out. right? Unless you're getting your winter gloves out.
And we're not touching stuff, are we? It's not like we're going to a shop to work or anything.